After a hiatus of over 2 years, the Kawasaki Ninja 400 is back in India. Team Green's little super sport motorcycle now gets a BS6 compliant engine and a new livery to go with it. But just how different is it? Let's find out.
In true Ninja fashion, the 400 is one aggressive looking motorcycle. Despite no changes being made to the styling, the angular fairing with those twin LED headlamps and the slim tail section with that attractive looking LED tail lamp make it look rather menacing. A big change for this model year, however, is the adoption of a new livery inspired by Kawasaki's World Superbike spec ZX-10R. The bright green base color together with the red and black touches along with the KRT logos make it a head turner for sure.
The riding position of the Ninja 400 is quite comfortable and it isn't as committed as you'd think given the way this thing looks. The 785 mm seat height is quite approachable for most riders and there isn't a long reach to the handlebars either. The foot pegs too are set at a comfortable angle, but for me they are a bit high, although they are not very rear set, which is a good thing. The Ninja 400 is powered by the same 399cc parallel twin engine that did the duty in the BS4 version, but the transition to BS6 has come with a difference in output. The horsepower is now down by 4 to 45 horsepower and the torque is down by 1 to 37 Nm. Still, the Ninja 400 continues to be the most powerful motorcycle in its segment, albeit by only 1.5 horsepower over the 390 KTMs.
As such, the BS6 Ninja 400 is faster than the KTM RC390 in all aspects. In our performance tests, the Ninja managed to do 0 to 100 kph in 5.25 seconds while the RC took 5.85 seconds. The Kawasaki is also quicker in terms of in-gear acceleration. However, it's worth noting that we tested the Ninja in dry conditions while the KTM was tested in the wet.
The engine is a very tractable unit and it has a nice meaty mid-range. It's quite refined too, but there are some mild vibrations that filter through higher up in the rev range. Speaking of which, you'll love to rev this bike out because it builds speed with so much confidence and it sounds so good when you're higher up in the rev range. It's almost addictive.
This smooth and superb sounding engine is complemented by a slip and assist clutch that feels seamless in its operation. Lever action is light and it's a breeze to operate even in traffic. The gearbox itself is a slick shifting 6-speed unit, but it misses out on a quick shifter which some competitors offer.
Equipment is an area where the Ninja 400 does fall short. Yes, you do get LED headlamps, a slip and assist clutch, dual channel ABS and this part digital instrument cluster with this cool analog tachometer. But given its positioning in the market, you'd expect it to be equipped so much better. There's no TFT display, no traction control, no adjustable levers and no quick shifter, which is really expected when you're shelling out this much cash.
Thankfully, an area where the Ninja 400 impresses a lot is its corner carving ability. There's nothing new in terms of hardware as it continues to get the same trellis frame, suspension setup and Dunlop tires as before, but that's no bad thing. The Ninja 400 feels light and agile on its feet and it doesn't take too much effort to tip into corners. And once you're in there, it feels very stable, which inspires confidence. The grip from the Dunlops is just about adequate, but they offer little in terms of feedback, and this chassis deserves better tires. As for the suspension, it continues to run a non-adjustable telescopic fork up front and a preload adjustable monoshock at the rear. And while there's nothing to complain about, it would have been nice to see a modern upside down fork, especially as many of its competitors feature that. The ride quality in general is good as it feels quite compliant with most of our road conditions. Only sharper bumps and larger potholes filter through, and even then it isn't uncomfortable. In terms of braking, the Ninja 400 comes to a dead stop from 60 kph in an impressive 17.13 meters. It lacks some bite initially, but then it has more than ample stopping power on offer.
There's a lot to like about the Ninja 400. It's got the looks, a sharp chassis and a sweet sounding and refined motor. But there's no getting around the gigantic elephant in the room, which is its price tag.
Priced at Rs 4.99 lakh ex-showroom, the Ninja 400 costs Rs 1.83 lakh more than the better equipped KTM RC390 and a massive Rs 2.34 lakh more than the value for money TVS Apache RR310. In fact, because this is a CBU import, the Ninja 400 attracts higher taxation in certain states. For example, it costs Rs 6.80 lakh on road in Mumbai. And for that much, you can get two Apache RR310s. And no, this Kawasaki is not twice the bike the TVS is.
So unless Kawasaki manages to cut prices drastically or bring in some level of localization, the Ninja 400, as before, will remain a very sweet motorcycle that makes very little sense.